Hello everyone, this is Lincoln's Prime, and today we're taking a look at the Transformers Studio Series Rise of the Beast Voyager class, Rhinox. Now, I just have to say that Hasbro completely knocked it out of the park with this one. This is a very, very good figure in my opinion. Sure, there's a lot of bland gray, but there is a lot of really nice detail and some painted detail. We do get a lot of, like, this kind of rough, bumpy texture, which looks very, very nice. We also get these molded in cracks, which looks really, really cool. If you wanted to, like, panel line, like, all of this, it would make it pop completely. It would look amazing. But just all the detail on this figure looks so good. We get some silver right here for these sections. We get some kind of like bronze, I guess you could say, for these parts right here. We get some more of that bronze for the inside, but that's more for robot mode. We get some more of that kind of poking through on both of these sides right there and there. Proportionately, this guy looks actually pretty good. The only thing is, when you look underneath, it kind of breaks the illusion, because holy balls, there is an entire hole underneath his stomach. Yeah. And you do get a little bit of gappage here, but the arms kind of help cover it up just a little bit, not too much. They could have done a little bit of a better job, but not too bad. Proportionately, if you like looking from this angle, he looks very, very nice. You do get the classic rhino tail. The head is okay. So this is one of my my only gripes here, is that this doesn't come together too much. The horn kind of has a tendency to flop around a little bit, and because this doesn't come together too much, it'll still even do that, because yeah. So that's like my only real issue, I guess, with this mode. And I got hit in the face with a fly. Anyways, but yeah, that is my only real gripe with this. I guess you could say the gappage is there too, but again, not a huge deal. The eyes are painted in a very nice green. We get some more silver for this part of the face, and we get some more detail pretty much throughout, like I said, everything else, and it looks very, very nice. Now, when it comes to articulation in this mode, we do get the opening mouth, and yes, I'm going to make this meme. So we do get that, and with the arms can move out about that much, and in about that much. The reason they can't move out too much, I mean, if you really want to, you can like move them out a little bit more, but I just kind of prefer to have these shoulder pads underneath. I don't know why, I just do, but you have that. You get some rotation here, kind of in the elbows, I guess you could say, which is very nice. The arms can move forward and back, not too far because it is hindered, but it is something you can do. And of course, the feet are on a ball joint, so you can get some nice little bit of a range out of those. So that is very, very cool. The head can move up and down, which is very nice. We don't really get too much besides that, and that's really about it for the head. For the legs are a bit interesting because you can move them forward and back, but and then the feet also like move to bend them. Yeah. Tail also on a hinge, but when it comes to articulation, you're not really going to get too much out of this. I mean, it's a rhino. It is a freaking rhino. You're not going to get too much out of articulation out of a rhino, but you can't really get him into like great poses, but there, do that. But anyways, for a quick size comparison, here we have him in rhino mode next to the mainline Rise of the Beast Rhinox. You can see kind of the comparison between those. This guy is a lot better proportionally, and then you have the brick wall. Yeah. But you can see the comparison between these two, and of course there's a lot of differences here. I mean, there are some similarities in terms of mold. I mean, you kind of have some similar like textures. You have like the same kind of panels here going down on the back. The face shape is very, very different, but it's a rhino head, and can't really say much there. The tail on this one actually comes out, whereas it's just molded in place here. It looks really weird, but just proportionally, Studio Series looks a lot better. This is still a good figure though. I still recommend picking this up, but this is just better. Just saying. For another comparison, here we have him next to the Studio Series Rise of the Beast Cheetor in his Cheetah mode. And these guys don't scale well at all. I don't think cheetahs are supposed to be taller than a rhinoceros. Biologically, I don't think that's supposed to be the case. Or maybe Cheetor is just normal size and this is just a half-grown rhinoceros, or maybe Cheetor is just a giant cheetah. Wow, I could not say cheetah. Yeah. You have that. And then another comparison, just to have them all together. Here we have them next to Airazor, and these are all the Studio Series figures in terms of the Maximals that we have so far. I mean, we do have Optimus Prime on the way, but he is not released yet. So, but, you know, there you have this comparison so far, and let us move on. But yeah, so pretty much in terms of the Rhino mode, he is very, very nice. Now this figure does come with a weapon. You do get his little hammer, I guess you could say. There's a port on the top. Just pop it in there, and that's pretty much your weapon storage. I guess these could work as missiles, and he goes pew pew from his... I don't know. Now I've pretty much talked about the alt mode, so let us get down to the transformation.
Rhinox, maximize!
Also, just a PSA, I learned from that Toy Guys review that there is actually a tab right here. His didn't do it, but this actually does do it, and I just remembered this. So yeah, this does click into place, so, you know, if yours does that, then do that. And here we have the Transformers Studio Series Rise of the Beasts Voyager class Rhinox in his amazing looking robot mode. I cannot stress enough the fact that I do believe that this is the perfect live action movie design for this character specifically that I have ever seen. I don't think it could get any better than this. From head to toe, this figure looks so proportionately amazing. It is very much accurate to the film, and yeah, like I said, it cannot get any better than this. Kind of looking at the head sculpt, it looks very, very nice. We do get some green for the eyes like we did in Rhino mode. We get some painted silver on the head crest as well as around the area for the eyes. The rest of it is pretty much sculpted in this gray plastic. You also get a little bit of a darker coloration on the sides of the cheeks, which looks really cool, and the rest is just really good molded detail. We get even more molded detail down in the neck section, which looks very, very nice. We get a decaled on Maximal sticker, or logo I should say. We get some more of that kind of rough detail and rough texturing on the chest, as well as some more of those battle scars. We get some more gold on basically the chest and abdomen sections of this figure. The interior, you can see that there's interior design inside of the abs, which looks absolutely amazing. When it comes to the arms, you get more of that really cool looking molded in robotic detail. Some more of that silver and bronze for the arms that we did see in Rhino mode on kind of like this crotch tarp, I guess you could say. It's got a lot more nice molded detail as well, especially with that bronze. And down on the legs, we get a lot more molded detail, as well as some detail that's kind of on the inside of the legs, which also looks very, very nice. From head to toe, this figure looks literally perfect. And from the back of the figure as well, it just does not miss. I mean, we did see most of this detail on the back of the Rhino, but seeing it in robot mode just kind of folded up, it looks really, really good. We even get more of that molded detail in the backs of the legs, and it just looks absolutely outstanding. Even more molded detail on the back of the arms. They really went all out with this figure, and it's amazing. Now, to be honest, my only gripe is that I do wish the tail would like kind of, I don't know, find a way to flip into the back of the figure, but I don't know if this is accurate or not to the movie. We barely got any screen time of this character in the movie, so I'm not going to complain that much. Now when it comes to Rhinox's articulation, we do have a ball joint at the head, which allows him to look up that far and down that far. He can look pretty much all the way around. Yeah, he can look all the way around. There is actually enough room for him to do so, and now it's stuck. It's not stuck on any. There we go. He can, he does have some tilting motions right in there, which is also really cool. Arms can rotate all the way around, move out. If you move the shoulder pad out, you can move them out pretty much all the way and down about that far. Rotation at the bicep / elbow. A bend at the elbow, which is actually not too great. This is probably the worst elbow bend I've seen on a Studio Series figure yet. And we do have rotation in the wrists, which is always appreciated. We do have a waist swivel, which can go all the way around. If we do move the tail out of the way, that can go all the way around like so. Legs can split all the way like that. And these little kind of side pads move out the way too. So that's, I don't know, it's a little bit annoying, but it's not a huge deal. Legs can kick forward very high and pretty much all the way back, which is always appreciated. Like I've already showed that. We do get a swivel at the thigh, a pretty nice bend at the knee, a pivot at the foot, and some up and down at the foot as well. So articulation on Rhinox here is pretty much standard, but for what it is, also pretty good, which, very, very nice. Now, like I did show earlier, Rhinox does come with his hammer, and this actually does transform as well. Pretty much all you do is just take this and untab it from there, fold it back, and tab it in. There you go. And in terms of the detail on this, it's pretty nice. The handle is molded completely, it has a lot of nice detail. The rest of the hammer, like the actual hammer bit, has a lot of nice detail. Even some rough texturing, which is really nice, which makes me wonder where this could have gone. I feel like this could have filled in that gap in the stomach, yet it doesn't, which kind of sucks. The only storage you could do with this is put it on the back. I wish this could have stored in the stomach, because it could have, but no, they didn't do that. But we do actually have some silver paint for these kind of like spike sections here, which is also really cool. But the way Rhinox holds this is kind of also I'm not the biggest fan of, because this is the handle right here. I would love if he could hold it like right here, which I mean he can, but it's loose. But the only way you could really have him like hold it with full grip is like this, and I just don't like that, because it kind of limits the, I don't know, the dynamic, you know what I mean. Yeah. The other thing is he can't really, because of how chunky his arms are, he can't really hold it with both hands. So that's also kind of a gripe on my part. I wish he could hold it with both hands, but that's okay. But you know, it works. It's a cool little accessory. I do like it, and you know, with Rhinox having that in Rise of the Beast, that's always, I guess, an appreciated little accessory. But it does look very, very nice. And for a quick size comparison, here we have the Studio Series Rise of the Beast Rhinox next to the mainline Rise of the Beast Rhinox. You can see that they do have a lot of kind of design similarities. I mean, you have like the same kind of chest, the same kind of head. You get more of like that kind of scarring detail. The only difference is the proportions. You know, he has more skinnier legs, which are a little bit more proportionate to the movie, and then you have this one, which has more Beast Wars aesthetic proportions. But with like the movie style, which I did notice that a lot of the studio series, or not the mainline Rise of the Beast stuff, is more reminiscent of kind of like the old Beast Wars style stuff, but they just gave it a more modern like look, and that's something that I do like. But when it comes to studio series, you get something that's more accurate. When you get mainline, you get something that's you know, movie-esque yet kind of G1 aesthetic, which I do like. Here we have next to the Studio Series Rise of the Beast Cheetor, and I still think that the scaling here is a bit off. I mean, Cheetor is like almost the same height as a Rhinox, if not, he is the same height. But yeah, it still works. It's not like the worst. I do kind of wish that Cheetor was Deluxe class instead of Voyager class. Maybe the sizing is accurate. I don't really know. I'm not used to a cheetah being bigger than a rhino, and this guy's a big dude. This guy's also a little bit too big in my eyes, but not a big deal. But these guys do look good together. And here he is next to the Studio Series Deluxe Class Airazor, and I can't really comment too much about this because, to be honest, Airazor didn't transform in the movie, so yeah, I mean, they look good together, which is good. But you know, and just, you know, to have everyone together. Here we have currently what we have of the Maximal crew for Rise of the Beast. We just need Optimus Primal. I do have Primal on pre-order, I should mention that, so he will be on his way soon. He does ship out on December 1st, I think, around that, so I should be expecting Primal probably, I don't know, December 5th to December 7th, around that. But I'm excited for that figure, and I'm excited to add him to the official lineup. It is going to look amazing with all of them together. I will probably keep them in beast mode because that just, I guess, makes sense. But either way, they're going to look amazing all together. And just for the heck of it, here we have next to the last Studio Series Rise of the Beast figure I reviewed, the Studio Series 102 Optimus Prime. And for my final comments on this figure makes me really feel like Rhinox deserved a lot more love in the movie than he got. He had one line. He literally had one line in the entire film. And I didn't even catch it until like my third viewing. This guy deserved a lot more love. And just having this figure makes me really feel that way, because this is an amazing figure based on an amazing character from an amazing show that was integrated into a pretty good film, at least in my eyes. But just this overall figure in itself is outstanding. Sure, it has some tiny little nitpicks and little flaws, but it's still amazing, and it doesn't really cut down from its amazingness. And having this in hand makes me really excited to see what Optimus Primal is going to be like, because I know for a fact that, you know, this figure has a lot of elements that'll kind of tie into the Optimus Primal figure. And I know, you know, what I mean by that is mainly just, you know, texturing, engineering, and like details and all that kind of stuff, because, you know, just I'm very excited to see that figure. And this guy is just amazing in my eyes, completely, almost close to flawless. I highly recommend picking it up. Highly. I do believe he should be on the simpler side to find, more so simpler than, you know, than this guy. But, you know, his availability is pretty standard. You can find him at Walmart, Target, online. He's not on Hasbro Pulse, unfortunately, because he is sold out. But if they do restock him, get him there. You can probably find him on Big Bad Toy Store. Anywhere, you have a lot of places and a lot of options to find this figure. Highly recommended. It's at least 35 bucks. Normal current day Voyager class prices. So very, very nice figure. Good articulation. I mean, could be better with the forearms, but everything else is great. Really fun transformation, at least to me. You did see me struggling a bit there, but that's because I was doing it on camera, and of course doing things on camera is going to lead to a little bad luck, you know what I mean. The inclusion of the hammer accessory is very nice. I'm not going to complain because there's not too much accessories you can really include with this. I mean, people did say that they kind of missed the, these little spinny, like, death saws, but, while those are classic, I like the hammer. In fact, I think I like the hammer more than the spinny death saws. But yeah, this figure just captures his look amazingly. And yeah, again, highly recommend picking it up. But anyways, guys, that is about it for this review. I hope you all enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.